Susan, which candidate are you going to be supporting?
Bernie Sanders all the way. The only candidate that really is going to make systemic change.
So you're okay with socialism in America?
Sorry, what?
You're okay with socialism and communism in America?
I'm okay with people having a decent wage, with having health care, with no and its or buts, for saving the planet, and he's the one that has the most comprehensive of all of those things.
So crazy. Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
We actually have to catch a bus now, but thank you for covering this issue. It's really important.
I've been reporting since 2016 about how the Democrats would bus in protesters and even supporters to their rallies. In single file, they'd all come marching out of their buses. The buses will pick them up or drop them off, and then they'll go march around, or they'll go to the rally and then scoop them right back up. And I would guarantee a lot of these protesters probably aren't even from this area in Ohio that we're at right now in Westerville. And this is just the Democrats' playbook right now. The real question is who's paying for this? Who's paying for all these bus-in protesters?
SEIU will take ownership of Amalgamated Bank, the nation's only labor-owned bank.
Amalgamated Bank? They do something called political investment banking.
What if the left had its own too-big-to-fail financial institution? We could really do something.
So if this bank is lending money to a bunch of politicians to run and they lose, who pays it back?
This is what democracy looks like. We don't get it. Shut it down.
So the question that we've put before ourselves at the Amalgamated is, well, what can we do as a bank? And as we've thought about that, we thought, well, what do we do that actually contributes value to society more generally and at large? And that's what we do with the deposits that all of you put in our institution. And when we lend them out, how do we actually make impactful loans that actually make a contribution to society?
You want our vote? You want our vote?
Right? This bank is 40% owned, and almost all of its assets that it has are, guess what? Labor union investment funds. So it's like the teachers that are working and paying dues, the electricians, the firemen, all their money is in this bank. I mean, and they're investing it.
Do unions support Trump supporters?
No, we do not support Trump at all.
Do you support Trump supporters? Can Trump supporters be in the union?
Keep moving.
They said no, they don't support Trump or Trump supporters. Does the union allow for Trump supporters to be in it?
No.
Any Trump supporters?
No.
Not one?
Not one in this union.
They're saying don't talk to me.
Don't talk to her.
They're saying, look, don't talk to her.
Oh, I told her I support Trump. I hate it.
They don't want to, okay, so.
You're good.
And this is a Democrat arm. They literally say it. Their clients are the DNC, Barack Hussein Obama, Obama for America, Hillary for America. Get ready for Hillary. A DCCC.
It looks like the FDIC actually did file something against Amalgamated Bank. This is a lawsuit from the FDIC against Amalgamated Bank here, and it says in this that in their own lawsuit that they basically got busted for giving too many loans and not collecting and not reporting delinquent accounts. So, I mean, it's not like we're just saying this about some bank that's been in perfect standing. It looks like the FDIC's already been investigating them for this type of activities that we're seeing here.
The reason this was kicked off, Amalgamated Bank was the bank of Occupy Wall Street. They literally funded it, and they were the bank that was taking donations to fund Occupy Wall Street. So because that happened, people started asking questions.
So they were funding the political protest movement, Occupy Wall Street.
Correct.
Now, didn't you say this bank also is connected with George Soros?
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. So George Soros also banks at this bank?
Correct. And funded.
And he also funded this bank also helped fund Occupy Wall Street?
And Black Lives Matter.
And Black Lives Matter.
So many other organizations. Anything that's democratic, they go for.
Wow,
And
so that kind of, in a way, vindicates Alex Jones once again. It vindicates him more and more. I mean, for a while, he's been saying that these protests have been being funded, right? These aren't just grassroots things where everyone just goes out there. They're getting money from banks. That was like the entire protest march of union workers that we just saw. The entire protest march of union workers was carried into town on these buses. You can see some of them with their yellow vests sitting there. Protesters. Here they are. Amazing. All to paint this anti-Trump narrative. It's really funny. I mean, I wonder who paid for it. To paint all of these people that are so mad and they want Bernie Sanders and they want $15 an hour minimum wage, to make it look like there's people marching for this in every different city, every different area, when it's probably the same group of people in most of these cities. And that's why a lot of them recognize me, or they'll recognize Caitlin. I've recognized different protesters in areas before, and it just goes to show that it seems to be there's some kind of an act going on here. Take advantage of the amazing Final Days Black Friday sale at InfoWarsStore.com right now. 50% off, double Patriot points, and free shipping. Products are flying off the shelves. These are high-end quality nutraceuticals. Get them while they last. And you can feel happy knowing that you're supporting me while taking advantage of these great deals.